Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Civ, and today I'm going to show you this right behind me, which is a zombie villager converter. So guys, as we know, if you convert a villager to a zombie and then convert it back again, it will give you amazing deals on whatever you want. You can get like mending books for 1 or 2 emeralds, things like that. It's incredible. But guys, to build this, you're also going to need a villager breeder, and this is the edge of one right here. Normally you'd have a farm out there making it fully automatic, and I highly recommend Impulse SV's design, and I will include a link to his video and his channel in the description, so go check him out. So the way I'm going to structure this video is we're going to go through how to use this machine, because it can be a little complicated, and then we're going to go through how to build it, because there are a few minute details that need to be mentioned. Alright guys, so the way this is going to work is it's going to start with the breeder. Now this is the end of the breeder like I said, but of course you'll have a little farm right out here or whatever you're going to do. So they'll be throwing carrots to these guys or potatoes or wheat, whatever you're going to use, but I highly recommend carrots because they don't stack up in the farmer's inventory and block everything up. So what you're going to do is let these guys breed, and the baby villagers are going to fall down here, and once they're in there, anything else, any extra carrots, potatoes, wheat, whatever, is going to go into this chest, so it also doubles as a little bit of a crop farm. And right here we've got mine carts, and that's just backup storage right here for the mine carts. So what we're going to do is hit this button, a minecart comes out, it's going to go back and forth until it picks up a villager. Now what we've done here is a little bit of a tricky business right here. So we've got this mine rail going right here, and this one is also next to it. So as soon as we hit this button, give it a redstone update, that is going to turn like that just for as long as we need it to. And now this villager is going to be converted to a zombie villager, just like that, by that zombie. And we don't want to convert this guy back right here, because if we turn him back into a villager right here, he's going to get hit by this zombie again, and all of our work has been for nothing, really. So we just want to have him right here, and then as soon as we hit this button, there we go. Now he's in this other situation right here, and this is where we can convert them. So if we grab a weakness potion, and we grab a golden apple, then we can hit this guy with the splash with weakness potion, boom, and give him a golden apple. Now let's just wait a minute till he converts. There we go. Now that he's converted, now he's out of that minecart actually, but we want to make sure he gets back in, so we press this button again, he hops in the minecart, and then we can send him off wherever we want to go, and of course we can add more rails out just like that. So, what are you going to need to build this thing? Well, you're going to need a bunch of blocks, a bunch of glass, 12 powered rails, 10 regular rails, 4 wooden buttons, and I recommend wooden buttons because they give a longer output, and that's good for certain things in this machine. You're going to need 1 dispenser, 2 hoppers, 28 slabs, it doesn't matter what kind, I just use smooth stone slabs for this. 6 trapdoors, again, it doesn't matter what kind, not iron preferably, because you're going to need to be able to open and close them at will. 6 redstone blocks, 2 chests, 1 carpet, 1 fence post, 4 beds, 1 zombie, and 2 villagers. So let's build this thing from the ground up. What we're going to need to start with is a 5x9 block area. Now, of course, you can make this into different shapes and stuff like that. You can move these things around, but I'm going to show you exactly how to build what we've got here. The next thing you're going to want to do is place in some redstone blocks, and this is just what's going to be powering our powered rails here. So let me put those in. There you go, that is it done, so you can pause the video wherever you want to do, just make sure these are in those spots right there. And of course that is on the same level there, we haven't come up a block or anything like that, so just tear out those blocks and put in the redstone blocks there. So if we come around to the back here, you can see we're going to make a 2x7 area right here in the back. So just build up this kind of wall thing right here. As you can see right in here, we've got a bit of a stair-stepping pattern, so what we're going to want to do is come out with 3 blocks just like that there, and then you're going to come over by 2, do the same thing there, then you'll add in 2 more blocks there, 2 more blocks there, and that is just going to give us some base for where we can start building this thing. And we're going to add 1 more block there, and then this right here is going to be our dispenser, so if we grab that dispenser there, that is what's putting our minecarts onto the rails, just like that. Alright, now what we're going to do is make this rail path. So what we're going to do is start with 1 powered rail there, a normal rail, normal rail, powered rail. And this part gets a little tricky because you don't want these rails to intersect. So if we start off like this, we got a powered rail there, and you see those will make a mess right there. So what we're going to do is actually do this, just like that, and this will run straight into the block, and again, we've got this there. And leave that like that, you don't have to make sure it turns or anything, because once we put that button in there, that'll do itself. So now what we're going to do is actually place 2 more rails just like this. Again, they won't intersect if you place them like that. And then we're going to add 2 unpowered rails just right there, and then more regular rails just around like this. Make sure that doesn't happen again. You'll have to place 1 right there and then that. And so you'll do that. There we go. And now this one just goes straight out. Takes a little bit of finessing there, and we're going to add more unpowered rails just up like this, more regular rails, and then 2 more just down like that. You can add your 1 block there just to end it like we did over there. So what we can do right here is add another block on top of this dispenser, and we're going to add in all of our buttons. So the first one goes right there, and that's going to be dispensing our minecarts out. The next one goes right here, because if we press that, you can see those come together, and then that one goes back. And that's exactly the situation we want it to be. The next one can go right here, and the next one goes right there, and that is all the buttons down. Now this part right here is very interesting, because if we go into F3 mode, as you can see, we are facing right there. We are facing east. Now it has to be on an east-west axis, just like this, and the east side has to be where the breeder is, the west side has to be where your output is coming. And that is very crucial, because if it's not like that, then these rails are going to mess up. So the next thing we're going to build up is this actual chamber right here. So what we're going to do is come over here, place some glass just like this, 1, 2, just like that, and we're going to have to add in these hoppers here. So if we do this, come in just right here, place in a hopper there into a chest right there, then we can add 2 more glass up just like that. And what we're going to do right here, just to keep it a little compact, is just put this right here. Now this is your backup, so you've got all the minecarts you want in here. You can add however many you want just like that, and those will flow into the dispenser here, and that's what we can dispense out with this button there. Now what we're going to do is come up with some slabs just like this, place a fence post just right there. That is important because that's where your villagers are going to be standing on. Then you'll place some beds just around like this, and this is your whole breeder right here. And what you're going to do is actually place trapdoors. You have to shift click to do that. Shift click there, and open them all up so they're standing like that. And that is where your villagers are going to go. So if I grab a villager spawn egg, we can just put those boys in there right there. We need at least 2 in there just so they breed. There you go. And we've got 2 in there, and as soon as they get food from your farm, and of course, remember, go check out Impulse's video. Once they get food from your farm, they will breed and fall down into this chamber. And one more thing is we need to add this carpet just right there, and that will keep your villagers from falling into the middle of that hopper and just causing some problems. Now probably the most complicated thing about this machine is adding in all of this glass here. Now this glass is important because the villagers don't suffocate when they go through it on a minecart and such like that, but they also keep the zombie in and the villager and zombie villager in when you're converting and doing all that kind of stuff. So the first thing we want to do is come right here to the second one, 1 and 2 right here, and you're going to place a trap door just facing like that. That is going to keep your zombie in here, and of course that zombie is going to be able to hit that villager, which converts the guy. So to place the glass in, let's start from the back here. What we're going to do is place in 4 pieces of glass just like that. So if we come over here, we can shift click onto there, boom, boom, boom. So that's 4 right there. And the next thing you're going to do is actually build up this part right here. So you can just add in those 2 right there. Alright, now let's come to this side right here. This can be a little more difficult, so we're going to come to this one right here, place 2 blocks of glass facing up. And don't worry, that zombie villager or villager will be able to come through that glass, and we use that trick several times in this machine. So what we're going to do next is place 1 more glass right there, another glass, and another glass, and you can take out that glass right there. That doesn't need to be there, and we're trying to limit the amount of resources needed for this project. So the next thing to do is come out, again, we'll get rid of that, 2 blocks right there, 1 and 2, and then 1 more block of glass on the side of that button just right there. Next bits of glass you're going to add is right here. So you'll come out 1, 2, just like that, 1, 2, just up like that, and then you'll place another 1, 2, just like that. That is a little bit complicated and it's a little hard to see, so if you need to, go back and look at that again. And then we'll place this trapdoor right here, and this is to keep our zombie in right here. So he can't get out, he's stuck like this. He can't get out, but he can still hit this villager there. Last thing you're going to need to do, guys, is put a 4x6 roof of slabs on this thing. Slabs just so nothing spawns, and of course you're trying to block out the light because you do not want your zombie to burn and or your zombie villagers while they're converting and things like that. That right there, guys, is this entire machine done. Of course, it takes a little bit of finesse, like I said, with these rails and to tell where to put this glass and things like that. But guys, this is complete, and I think it works really well, and I would definitely build this in my own worlds. So guys, if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, and if it helped you, make sure to drop a sub for me. That would be really helpful, and I really appreciate it. And so you guys don't miss any other content, make sure to hit that little bell for me, and that means a lot to me as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Make sure to build it in your own worlds. I mean, what's the point of building this if nobody else uses it, you know? So make sure you do that, guys. And again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Civ, and I'll catch you later.